What's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami season 4, episode 2, 3. I'm sorry, I'm not sure which one. It's either one of those, you guys. It must be episode 2. Anyway, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, let's actually start with Trick and Trina. So they make it back from Atlanta. Trina said that it was a stone cold groove in Atlanta. They had a good time. But it was hard for her to concentrate 100% because she's still mourning the death of her baby brother. Her baby brother was killed some years ago. So she feels like she's been emotional. She's been like kind of aggravated, not too much patience with anybody. And it's coming up on his anniversary of his death, but she knows that she still has to work. So, her and Trick work at the radio station. She goes into work, but now I just told you she's kind of aggravated. So when she gets in there, she asked Trick, how did he enjoy Atlanta? And he was like, yeah, Atlanta was cool and all, but how you having an event out there, anniversary? Like, if we celebrating the anniversary of Trick and Trina, then we need to have our anniversary in Miami, which only makes sense to me. But I mean, Atlanta, I guess, is close. Okay. He's going on and on about the event. And, she's kind of got this look on her face like she ain't really in the mood. So when he asks one too many questions, Trina blows up. Only like Trina can, speaking a million miles a minute. And she was like, I already told you, I don't feel right. I'm not feeling good. I don't feel like talking about none of this. I'm thinking about the death of my baby brother, and I am not trying to think about nothing that you're talking about here. And you guys already know. And, she goes off and she storms out of the radio station. I was like, I mean, what did Trick do? I mean, I understand that she's emotional. Yeah, you do be irrational when you're thinking about things like that. It was the actual anniversary of his death, so maybe she probably should have just taken the day off. And as a family, they also decided that they were going to have a barbecue in his memory. They got pictures of him around. They got his kids there, their family. Trick said that he was the baby of the family. So, he was the spoiled one. He was the most lovable one. He was the one that everybody, enjoyed being around, and that it was really a tragedy when he was killed, So he knows that Trina's going through it, and, she's family. So he's always going to be there. He's always going to have her back. The memorial is, as they go, people are there. I'm sure people are sharing stories or whatever. They have a balloon release in his honor. His kids are there, like I said, and they're young. He died, I think they said in 2013. It was a 2013, 2014. So they really didn't get a chance to know their father because they couldn't have been more than maybe 4, 5, 6 years old when he was killed. So, Trina, as the aunt, is just trying to be there for the kids. Yeah, sad situation there. But anyway, we also find out that she had a performance that her new management had set up. Okay, she's they are having an AIDS. It's some sort of AIDS organization. Did I write down the name? I didn't write down the name, you guys, but it is an AIDS organized event, AIDS Foundation organized event. And she's going to be performing, and of course she wants it to be great, because this is a community that has always supported her. So she wants to make sure that she gives them, what it's supposed to give. And first off, management gave her the wrong call time. Okay. Now that's a big problem. People are expecting you to be on stage at a certain time and you're not there. Okay. And she has to get there. She still needs to do hair, makeup, get in her clothes, whatever she's going to be wearing. And yeah, so that's a problem. On top of that, they can't figure out where to go once they get there. Okay. So they getting, to run around, no pull in here, go over there, do all of this. So you guys, now y'all know Trina goes from 0 to 1,000, right? Okay, ain't got too much patience even on a good day. She finally gets where she's supposed to go, but of course the people there are like, okay, it's time for her to be on stage, and she's not ready, okay? And she's saying this is unacceptable. I was like, girl, you got to do something about this management now. Every time you turn around, somebody in your management team is fucking up. Like, maybe it's time to just get a whole new overhaul of management, because Julian wasn't doing right. These people ain't doing right. Like, what's what here? Who you paying? What you paying for? Kind of is created drama, because she was just like, everybody need to chill out. Okay, just let her finish getting her makeup and her hair done, and then she gonna be out there, And so even though they was like, okay, if she performs, she performs. If she don't, she don't. That's what the stage people were saying. She finally does come out. She just really doesn't have on anything special, some jean shorts and a tank top. She actually looked like, I was like, that's like almost a Roxanne body. She looked like me, just a little, fuller in the waist, legs a little bit bigger. I just have more boobs than Trina does, but she looked fine. She got up there, she did her song, and that was it. Afterwards, the organizer was very happy that she was there. He said that he is trying, as a group, the foundation, they're trying to appeal to the audience that, Trina does cater to as well. So it's a win-win on both sides. Her performing there, the people there getting to see her, bringing in new people into this organization and, making the awareness. So even though it started off kind of shit in shambles, like, it turned out to be okay. Another kind of put on for the show kind of story. It doesn't really feel like this is something that's going to hold my attention, but we're just going to see, is this whole Sookie and Kill Bill thing. Okay. Now, Sookie, granted, is a big personality. She just be looking so stuffed and everything. But then I was like, she don't really have no clothes on, so she ain't really stuffed in nothing. She just stuffed. Like, her titties is real round and solid, and she's not fat, so all this is solid and stuffed and packed up and strong. And I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. But she's all in love with Kill Bill. And like she told her mom last week, she gonna have some babies by Kill Bill. So that's what she's on when she goes to see her friend Isaiah. Now Isaiah is working in her retail store she's opening called Good Cat. And she said that is not self-proclaimed, honey. The streets gave her that name. Bitch, on you. Proud of what the streets gave you. Good Cat. Anyway, she named her store. She said she's going to have quality items there. She's got her boy Isaiah working there. And Isaiah says that he's worked retail in the past. So, she ain't got to worry about it. The place is in good hands. Okay. She was like, where you work? He was like, City Trends, Popeyes, KFC. I was like, oh, City Trends. Okay, well, that ought to do it. She was like, no, we gonna have quality stuff here. Okay, damn City Trends. Have you ever just walked through City Trends one good time, y'all? It is an experience. One time we went in there trying to find a fanny pack for Jada. This is when she was in elementary school. She was going on some kind of field trip, and I wanted to find a damn fanny pack. I went in there. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? All these damn baskets set up, and the aisles was weird, and it was clothes jammed everywhere, all on the fucking floor. The shit was dirty, and they were still selling it. And I was like, what is happening? I can't deal with unorganized situations like that. So I was just like, oh, City Trends. Okay, well, maybe he will be a benefit to Good Cat. She says that she's going to have the store because, she's going to have some babies with Kill Bill. And, she just still got to have multiple streams of income, right? So this is going to be her other hustle, other than music and other than doing pornography on OnlyFans. I cracked up when she was like, if you think I'm ghetto, honey, he real ghetto. I was just like, can you imagine somebody more ghetto than Sookie? Kill Bill. They had a photo shoot. They taking pictures together. He seemed to love him some Sookie. Sookie seems to love her some Kill Bill. And her mom is there as well. Remember, the mom is the momager. And, Sookie and Kill Bill, they on that same shit, that she about to have these babies and all this. And the mom is still trying to convince Sookie not to have a baby right now. You are going to stop the momentum. Okay, Sookie's whole thing is Cardi B did it. Young Miami did it. Nicki Minaj just had a baby, and the mom was like, all due respect, but you not quite at the Young Miami or Cardi B or definitely not Nicki Minaj status in your damn career. Okay, it's a difference. Those girls did that after they was where they was gonna be trying to get to. You still trying to get there. So this ain't a good idea. Sookie is frustrated because she was like, women always got to stop everything. You know, when they have kids, you know, people give you grief for trying to have kids and still have your career, and men get to do it all the time. Yes, it's true. Okay, it is definitely a double standard and all of that, but that's just what it is. Okay, until the shit changes, that's what it is. So, her mom has a point. I mean, people are more accepting of women having babies, you know, and still having their career nowadays than they were in the past. But I don't know, maybe Sookie doesn't need anything else to distract her from what she's trying to do. Okay, so, I mean, if she gonna have a baby, she gonna have the babies, okay? But maybe you just might want to listen to your mama a little bit. Okay, you guys, Amara la Negra. I haven't said that name in a long time, you guys. Amara la Negra's little story is always the same every season. And quite frankly, I'm getting tired of it, okay? It's always the, oh, Amara la Negra works so hard, and then she comes across a man that's going to help her even further her career, okay? And then they end up hooking up together, okay? And then they end up working together. But then, you know, she starts to feel her biological clock ticking, and she realizes that she wants to have a family. She wants to have a man. She wants that whole thing. So she starts losing the sight of the big picture, keeping her relationship online as well as her career. And then her mom, who's struggled to put her where she is right now, comes in and she's upset that Amara la Negra is trying to change up things. So the mama frusses at her for trying to do something different. And Amara la Negra has a big blow up and she starts crying in her oh so cute and pouty way, like she's a little baby, because her mom is fussing at her and she's tired of trying to have to make a decision between the two. But in the meantime, she also realizes that something is fucked up with this man that she done hooked up with, and maybe that ain't gonna work. And now she's so, you know, maybe she should have listened to her mother. And it's the same shit with Amara la Negra every fucking season. I'm just really tired of it. But I mean, we gonna entertain it. This the same shit. It's just a different fucking country. Then now we in DR. Okay. But so she's in Santo Domingo. I just gave you her story in a nutshell, right? But I'll give it to you all pulled out and apart for the video. She's in Santo Domingo and she says she loves it there. You know, she's driving around in her car. The people recognize her, you know, and she's all waving at them like, hey, hey, hey. Oh gosh, they working right in front of the car. You see me trying to duck down so they don't see me. Hopefully they don't see me. Maybe, no, he didn't see me. It seems that Amara la Negra has now purchased property in Santo Domingo. And she is turning that property into Airbnbs and renting that out. So that's another stream of income. That's also when we meet Alan. Alan is the man, said man, that is going to give Amara la Negra's mama a damn heart attack. One thing led to another, and 8 months later, we were together. Alan and my mom have a love-hate relationship. And Amara la Negra says that her mama don't want her to be too attached to DR, but really, she has a problem with the man that's there. But the problem is, I am attached, and I don't know if I'm going to return to Miami. Oh, so many decisions for Amara la Negra. So she's talking to Alan, and she's saying how her mom has been guilt-tripping her all day about going back to Miami. Because she always feels like her mother is trying to take over her life. My mom feels like if I stay, I will throw away my whole singing career, and that's not true. It's not that she doesn't love music, you guys. She does love music, but she does love Alan in a way that he makes her feel. I feel it in my heart and soul and ovaries that I'm ready to have a family and have babies. So she doesn't know what to do about her mom. Now, Alan tells her, listen, let me talk to her. No, maybe you don't need to talk to mama. Okay, let Amara la Negra take care of this whole situation. Because when the man get involved, that's when the shit really get messy. I really feel pressure to pick between my mom and my career, between DR and Miami. Well, one thing she can count on is that Alan is always going to be there. And she was like, yeah, you better be here, because if I find out that you on some bullshit, I'm going to kick your ass. Wouldn't that be something to see? So now it's time to have this conversation with Amara la Negra's mother. And, you know, they meet out for drinks. You know, we're going to have a good time tonight, and we are going to discuss Amara la Negra's future. She's like, Mom, there's going to be some changes in my life. So then Alan jumps in and he was like, don't take it personal, but you know what? I want Amara Negra to stay here in DR with me. He wants to take care of her. And the mom says in Spanish, I don't feel good with this. Alan was like, yeah, well, that's fine. You know, Amara Negra, why do I have to rush and go back to Miami? I feel like I am super in love. She's super in love, you guys. That means you extra in love. The mom is like, why do you have to sacrifice your career for this? But of course, she's saying this in Spanish. I'm just giving it to you the English version as if it came from the mama. Alan was like, well, she's trying to start a new life. Like, you know, you have to be able to understand that. That mama is side-eyeing Alan like, nigga, I already been through this with her 1,000,000 times before. She always trying to start some fucking new life. You ain't the first rodeo, homeboy. Okay, I'm out of La Negra. Maybe I'm not supposed to be singing and dancing for the rest of my life. And the mama was like, listen, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of sacrificing for you. All the work that I done been through to try to put you where you at. And this is how you repay me? You throwing it away and it's frustrating. And she's like, it's frustrating for you. It's frustrating for me. I'm the one that's working. I'm the one that's out all the time. I'm the one that doesn't have any friends. I'm the one that doesn't have a family. I'm the one that's working. And the mama was just like, listen, I don't care. Okay, you still tripping. And I'm tired of you trying to hook up with any old nigga every time you turn around and you got to throw your whole life into chaos after that. And Amara La Negra was like, well, I am sorry that I'm not pleasing you, but I'm not living my life to please you. And I'm sorry that I'm not living the life that you wanted, but I'm not living my life for you. The mama was like, you done came over here and you done fell in love. Okay, and now you want to throw your whole damn career away. I'm about sick of you and these niggas. I'm about sick of you and these niggas. I know one damn thing. I didn't do all of this for you to come to DR and throw it all away. Okay, that's what I do know. I ain't even got to get my own life together because I've been trying to do everything for you. And mama was like, nah, bitch, if you gonna try to do something, you gonna do it in Miami, okay? Come with this foolishness over there. Don't be doing all this over to DR. So the mamas don't care. So Amara La Negra jumps up, okay, like she usually does, she walks up, I don't want to talk about it, she walks off all cute because she's cute, right? So she walks off and she's all pouting and all, and I was just like, oh, God. How long y'all think it's going to take before we find out that this nigga ain't no good either? How much? You want to put a bet on it? I'm going to put 5 on it that by the next 2-3 episodes, some shit going to go wrong. And then lastly, you guys, Sheila. That is Ace Hood's wife. Okay, and side note, you guys corrected me. It's not I'm So Hood. I heard Hood and I just put him in that song. And that is my jam. But his song was, I woke up in a new Bugatti. Not quite as much the jam as I'm So Hood is. But I mean, Bugatti, that was the jam too. But anyway, I'm just letting you guys know that I realized that I messed that up. I was into it too, wasn't I? Anyway, y'all, now I done told y'all last week that Sheila and Ace, they kind of deep. They deeper than what your girl, usually tolerates. But it's okay because I think I like them. I actually seem to really like Sheila. She seems like she's just a good spirit. So anyway, she's doing her curly, curvy, conscious girl movement thing. And then her friend, I think her name was Asia, comes over and she's talking to Asia about her miscarriage. How horrible it was emotionally for her and how when she told Ace that he just kind of was just like, okay, well, I mean, it's okay. Men have different reactions to these kind of things. First of all, they are not physically attached to a baby inside of them. So a lot of times men don't have that same emotion that the women do. So we give them that space. Okay. On top of that, Ace already has lost a child. I believe that it might be in his defense mechanisms to not just be so hurt about it again. So instead of him just getting so wrapped up in the emotions of losing yet another child, even though this child didn't make it, was not born, maybe it is something for him to just be like, it's okay. Like, we just not even going to worry about it, Not saying that that's a good way to react, but I'm saying that that's how men sometimes will react, or people that have already lost a child. But she's telling her friend that she was very upset on the way that he reacted. And I was like, I was actually listening to this conversation. I was like, well, did this conversation take place before when we met them last week? Because, she seemed to be quite, I mean, I'm sure that in general, their relationship is not in danger, but I mean, you wouldn't have known that they were going through this struggle last week when we were introduced to the two of them. But she said that, she just felt some resentment because she felt like he was shutting down and he wasn't really trying to be there. And, she's just been going through it all on her own. She realizes that he lost his child. He hasn't been through therapy, so he's had a lot of trauma in his life. Probably been through some shit, even as a child on his own. And so they're in this weird space right now because she loves her husband, obviously, but they also she feels like they're in this kind of like this battle, this quiet battle. And like I said, she has some resentment. Now they're going to be hosting this Mother's Day event, and she's got to do it because they've already said that they were going to do it. But of course, she's feeling some kind of way because she had this miscarriage. She was telling us about the miscarriage. She was just like, one day she was pregnant. The next day she just wasn't. They were just like, no, she was trying to meditate and trying to talk to the baby and say, we really want you here. And it just didn't work. And the baby was gone. So it's hard for her. And then doing this Mother's Day event, that's going to be difficult too. But she's going to do it because they said that they are. It's just not the best timing. In the meantime, she's hoping that she and Ace will be able to work through their shit. The Mother's Day event comes about. And I thought it was a big event, like, that other people were going to be coming. But it's actually just the family and, close friends or whatever. Now, y'all know Blondie she is a force, right? And we know that Ace is, what they've told us from what they told us last week, he is a mama's boy. I mean, of course, he realizes he's married and all, but that mama and the fact that Ace now has a wife, and Ace and I guess the rest of his siblings always put the mom like on this pedestal and made her feel like she was the queen and all. Now, of course, the mom and Sheila have like this tension between each other. I was listening to that conversation that the mom and Sheila was having, you guys, and I was just like, see, the mama kind of reminds me of, okay, just excuse me, but y'all just kind of listen to what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that the mom is ignorant or anything, but the mama kind of strikes me as that person that didn't have much, coming up. And then, so wasn't as privileged, and then their son became something big. So then they became privileged. So it was like the ghetto mentality and all, but then became privileged. Still kind of having those same ways and thinkings, because, you can't really always erase that way of thinking in people. So she was privileged. She's had some opportunities, and, her son was taking care of her. And then when the money was gone, now the mama's feeling some kind of way, but she still feels kind of superior, even though she might not be living on that same scale as she was when Ace was being able to take care of her. So she kind of still stuck in that I'm still doing, I'm still this, I'm still at the top. And then, of course, at the same time, not trying to accept the fact that he's got this wife and that he probably really loves her as much as he loves his mom, but just in a different way. It's not the same kind of love that you have when you have a spouse as opposed to your mother. And so the mom is really the problem. She is borderline aggressive, saying the right things, but not in the right way. So it's just sort of like, I'm not sure if the mama gonna swing on Sheila or hug her. And Sheila clearly is going to have to be the one to just be like, okay, I'm just going to accept your mom for the way that she is, and just be strong enough to know that Ace still puts her first as the wife. But she's going to have to accept that relationship that Ace and the mom does. It's going to be up to Ace to put the boundaries there, okay? Because that mom is just like, I'm the queen. I don't give a fuck who you are, okay? Because you might not be the wife in the future, but I'm always going to be the mama, which is true. But everybody is still lines. It's still, people need to know where their place is in everybody's life. And that way nobody gets disrespected, and it often starts with the child of that parent, okay, that's given the problem. That child is the one that has to draw the lines. So anyway, when they sit down, and Ace gets up and he says this toast to the mom, and it's all very touching, and you've always been number one and all of this. Sheila feeling a little bit something, but I was like, Sheila, it's okay, just let him say this to his mother, because that's his Mother's Day and that's what she needs to hear. Okay, we know how he feels about you. He's made that very clear. This is him talking about his mother. So everybody just needs to remember where they are, okay? But when the mom started talking, see, I wasn't really sure what to call it because I wasn't sure. Now, Ace just told her last week that that the wife had a miscarriage. So when the mom says, you know what, and you're going to be a good mother, you know, when you have kids, you know, what you think? You know, Sheila didn't really say anything. And, but I was just sitting there thinking like, why are you bringing this up? He already told you how difficult it was for, you know, his wife, and you bringing this up like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be a damn good mother. I don't need you to talk about when I'm gonna have one. What if I don't have one, you know? So I was like, okay, maybe the mom is just trying to be supportive of the daughter-in-law, or is the mom really kind of being shady? Like whenever you have a baby, you know, whenever you can make it happen, you know. So what do you guys think the mom meant there? Because sometimes I'll just be reading into shit a little further than I need to, and maybe the woman wasn't trying to be shady at all. But just going on her conversation with her earlier and the way that she was just semi-aggressive, like I really couldn't put my finger on that mama. But I'm just going to say the mom still feels some kind of way about Sheila, don't you think? All right, you guys, let me get off of here because I got to be back in my seat for work in 15 minutes. So that is it, and that's all. You guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm It's Rocks. The channel is It's Rocks and everything. Oh my God, is he okay? Oh, y'all got to go check on my contractor, man. What was I saying? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.